Good musical morning, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Behind the Bench, where we take you behind, above, and beyond. The repair bench here at Heid Music. I'm Adam. I'm your host for this evening. How's everyone doing this Thursday morning? Took Thursday and I took morning and put them together, Molly. That's a new one. Write that one down. How are you doing this Thursday? Oh wow. Off to a great start. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Cameron, Aaron, good morning. Look at that. First two in the chat, my brothers. Thank you so much. Neil, Chris, good to see you. Molly said she was looking at the chat and she said, hey, it's Feltz. You're just Feltz now. Good morning, Seth. TGI Thurning. It's a good Thurning. Taking back Thurning. Oh, all right. So it's going to be one of those days. I love it. I love it. Good. Good morning, Christine. How's everyone doing today? First off, what's in your cup? What do you got going? What are you drinking? Huh? I got I don't know. I think this is a flavor that I can't quite put my finger on it. You know, I was thinking, did I tell this story about my kind of the favorite coffee I ever had? Did I tell my favorite coffee story? Maybe. White macadamia nut coffee. Have I told this story? Okay. Well, I taught at a school, a private music school, and one of the students had went to Hawaii, and got a thing of this like white macadamia nut coffee, and it was so good. That was probably my favorite. I think I have told this story. Now I'm saying it out loud. I think I'm having deja vu. So, got some peach tea, strawberry kiwi infused water, which you put in a wine glass to feel fancy. Yes, at 8:30 in the morning, drink from that wine glass, Aaron. You live your best life. Good morning, Tom. Actually, that was the first job I ever got fired from. The only job I got fired from. It was my own fault. I didn't have reliable transportation, and it was a long way away, and I kind of called in too many times. It was one day a week. It was a Saturday. They gave me a call. Hey, sorry, you got to be more reliable. I totally get it. I said, I'm sorry. Anyways, what a great way to start the morning. So today is Thursday, and it has been rainy and kind of a bummer of a week, weather-wise. But today it's like nice and sunny. And I'm happy because my son is going on a field trip to here in Green Bay to Baird Creek, and they get to do like some exploring and stuff. So it'll be nice and sunny, but it's going to be nice and muddy, so that's going to be fun. Can't wait for that. Also, exciting news. Today is my daughter's 4K graduation. So I'm going to be going to that. Matt's doing the wave over there. So that'll be cute to see these little Buellers up there just getting all embarrassed and like bopping around. That'll be fun. Then it's like some sort of luncheon after, I think. No, I don't think so. I'm trying to remember my sons because they went to the same daycare. And I don't remember what it was like. I remember there was like a slideshow, and my son would always put a thumbs up when he took pictures. He's always, constantly, which is my fault because I do that all the time. And they had they had like 7 or 8 collages of him just thumbs up pictures, just constantly. That's all he did. It was pretty funny. So that's my Thursday. And then we have, of course, Memorial Weekend to those that celebrate. That'll be hopefully some nice weather, hopefully a nice little break. Don't have work on Monday. That's nice. Gotta love that. Morning, Martin. God, I know it's Marty, but it says Martin. Can you change your name to Marty? Would that be better for me? Because I'm like Ron Burgundy. I can only read what I read, and I don't know what I say. Morning, Leah. Morning, John. Anyways, so we all ready to get started? Ready to fix things? Seth, you're gonna love today because it's flute day. Because that's like suddenly have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 flutes to do. So, Megs, good morning, man. Whoa, it's good to see you. Shouldn't you be like teaching kids and molding young minds? Hey, I'm happy you're popping in, though. It's good to see you, man. Palin and Megs, changing the world, one young mind at a time. Dings in the chat for Palin and Megs. He makes fun of me because of my Wisconsin accent. I say Megs. Oh, there it is, Aaron. Thank you, Aaron. Get out of here. You're from Wisconsin too. You say it the same way I do. God, coming at me like that. Wow, today's gonna be a day. I can tell this stream's gonna get wild as we work on flutes.
It's gonna get crazy.
You're gonna get flute crazy. Megs and Bags. Is it okay? So it's like Mogs. Megs. I don't know. Anyways, I'm not going down this road again. I'm not doing this. We're not doing this again, dude. We're not going down this. Okay. Anyways, well, we're actually not going to start with flute. We're going to start with piccolo because I have one on my bench. Did a bunch of work yesterday. Oh, hey, Don. Welcome. How's your new bench? Wait, no, you don't have your bench. Seth does. One day. You'll get there. Megs. Oh, we're not doing this, dude. I don't have any percussion to do, Seth. Someone go break some drums so that I can fix it. Actually, that's not true. I have a drum coming in today. That would have been great to be on stream, but it's not here yet. I think they need it before next stream anyways, but let's get started, shall we? Oh, look at this. Oh! Anyways. All right, so there it is. Thanks, Marty. I appreciate it. I just kept messing up. Yeah, you always look it out for me. I appreciate you guys. That's so funny. All right, so I have a piccolo here. I was working on this yesterday. By the way, Tuesday, that's when I was working on this. We had a really cool clinic come in, and a jazz group that was playing in Green Bay came in and did a clinic here in the store. That was really, really cool, Marvin. And it was pretty cool to be sitting here working on instruments and having just this amazing jazz playing coming through the building. That was really neat. Which, by the way, if you're not following Heid Music on social media, Facebook, Instagram, a lot of other stuff, or just checking out our website every now and again, we have a lot of these really cool events, like clinics in store and whatnot. And follow us and see what's happening, see what the deals we got going, the events we were hosting. Got a lot of really cool stuff. In fact, if you didn't know, I'm going to come back here. We're in our last 2 days of customer appreciation time here. And if you recall, I got my, where'd they go? Oh no, they left. Do I have one right here? I was going to steal one. Oh no. Molly, go grab the prizes quick. Anyways, if you come in, she's
Want me to go get him?
yeah, please. She's running. Customer appreciation, you come into the store and spend $10 or more, you can get a variety of different free gifts. We got a couple different things. What's also very cool is in combination with that, currently, we do have a repair promo going on, meaning if you come in and spend a bit of money, $100 or more, you can get either 10% off that repair or $15 coupon. Did we settle this? We got to go back to this, but a coupon for merchandise. Just any band instrument that comes in, $100 or more, you can get this coupon. But then also, since you're already coming in, you can get some pretty cool prizes, like this cool koozie. Playing music makes life cooler. God, I love that. We have this really cool tote bag, which I think I've said it before. I have in my car. It's great for groceries. You go into Aldi's, bring this. You go into the beach, bring this. It's totes cool. Thank you, thank you. Like, was it Vanna White from? Who is that from? Never mind. Here, last but not least, this awesome cooler bag, which is amazing. Already used it for things. My wife has stolen mine and is using it for her lunchbox because her lunchbox broke. But it's great. Cooler bag, keeping stuff cool. Wheel of Fortune. Thank you, John. I'm going to keep this and keep showing this off. So thank you, Molly. Things in the chat for Molly. But yeah, there's a link right there for customer appreciation. Check out some of this stuff. Come in, buy a few cool things. You need it anyways. You know you need it. You know you need that new pedal. You know you need reeds. You know you need oil. You know you need a brand new case. You know you need a brand new drum set, $14,000 worth of cymbals. You know you need those. So just do it now while you can get also some cool free stuff. Or repair-wise, you know your piccolo doesn't play, so bring it in to Adam, and he'll fix it, and then you'll get a discount. And you might also need some, what do you need with a piccolo? Cork grease, thank you. I'm having a day. And you can get $15 off that merchandise, or 10% off the repair. Yeah, you need a new guitar. By the way, here's another thing. You know what? Here's another thing, okay? You should check out HeidMusic.com. Recently, got a batch of really, really cool used guitars that came in. Really, really awesome stuff. Been watching Matt work through them, and all the guitar folks are just geeking out about how cool and awesome some of these guitars are. So check out HeidMusic.com. Not just guitars, you can also buy pretty much anything there too. So HeidMusic.com has got everything you need. Just check it out. I just wanted to mention those guitars because I've been seeing them come in and out, and it's like, whoa, that's pretty cool. See, Cameron? Already, yep. Pick it up, man. Pick it up. All right. Enough about that. Let's get to piccolos. Everyone's favorite. I'm going to leave this right here. And I'm going to put this one right next to it. Instead of a pin collection, I've got a koozie collection. How about that? And look at this. Look at the difference. I didn't even realize you got one for, and we have this 2 different sizes in each of these, but you got one for your, regular soda pops, and then you have one for your taller soda pops, like an energy drink. So look at that. That's actually pretty cool. I didn't know those existed. So, all right, give me a second to stretch my neck. Okay, let's move forward. So, piccolo, it's like a flute but smaller, and also kind of like a clarinet but different. That's piccolo. Go ahead and clip that. Piccolo, it's like a flute but smaller, also like a clarinet but different. Oh man. Listen, today's gonna be a day. I feel like I should do a disclaimer of maybe don't fully follow any repair tips I give today. They might not be accurate. That's a joke. I'm always right. All right, so, look at this. So I wanted to show this. So we've seen my other leak light. Plug it in, lightsaber sounds. This is one I usually use for like bass clarinets or saxophones, that kind of stuff. Well, it's a wonderful tool, love it. But we have this smaller one that fits into piccolos, and I use it for clarinets as well. So we can go through and check my work. Let's check my work. I didn't play test it yet because I was, the group was playing, that jazz group. False, Aaron, unfortunately. But that's okay, we're here. Show must go on. I was gonna play test this, but the jazz group was playing, and I thought it would be inappropriate to like horribly play test a piccolo while they're doing some amazing, beautiful jazz. So. Molly, do you want to ask that question again in the mic?
No, I don't. Said you can play piccolo?
No, not well. Not well at all, but enough to know if it plays. If I can play piccolo, then that thing plays. Anyways. I got a slight regulation here, so we're going to take a look. Look at this. The lower one, right where my finger is. Oh, yeah, you see that light coming through? Come on, camera. Focus in. Focus up. Look at that. Uh-oh, we got a leak. We got a leak, folks, due to regulation. And what do we say to leaks? What do we say to leaks, chat? When we say a leak, we say something. What do we say? We say, bad leak, go away. And we will. I love our theme songs. All right, so I'll show you how we do regulations on a piccolo. It's a little different than flute or clarinet or kind of anything. I'm going to take off, our, use my other screwdriver. Take off the trill key first because that sits over the top. You can see here, our trill key button, or a key. Oh no, what are they? Key pieces, is that what it is? Wow, my brain's not working today. They trigger the trill keys up top. So when I push this key here, that pad opens, and then the other one opens the other one. But those sit over the top of the lower stack, where your right hand would be. So we're going to take those off first in order to get to our keys here. And we're going to go ahead and take off the lower stack. Take the springs off. Eyes are kind of blurry. All right. Got that one. There we go. So, if you recall on flutes, there were adjustment screws typically, either on top or underneath. You'd screw those and they would go into this little plate right here. Oops, how about on the camera? This plate right here, and that would help the regulation. Hey, camera, can you follow me? Friend, come on. Buddy, there we go. And that would help the regulation between those keys. But there isn't a screw here, there's just that plate. You can see just that little plate right there. So we're going to adjust that plate a little bit. This cork on it you can do, I just take pliers and just kind of adjust it a little bit because it's a little hard to get sandpaper in there, at least I find that it is, to sand the sand cork. We'll adjust that plate so that the keys keep close together. So in this case, the upper key was closing first and the lower one was held open. So that tells me that the arm that it sits on was too far up. So you got to bring that down just a little bit. Just a wee little bit. Just a wee lad. That's just a touch. And then we just pop her back on there and see how we do. Hey, also, how is the music volume? I tried to change it a little bit. I was checking back on an old recording because, I don't know, I just checked quality. And I felt like the music was a little too quiet. So I bumped it up just a little bit. Just a little bit. So let me know if it's too loud or if you can't hear it or anything like that. Yeah, Cameron, it is a tiny adjustment. Piccolo is really, a lot of woodwinds are just tiny little micro adjustments to get it right into place. And when you kind of think about how small like the motion is and how little everything moves, a tiny adjustment like that is kind of huge in regards to the instrument itself. So, and boom, there it is. Both closing, neither one leaking. Boom! Grime stoppers strike again. Boom, grime stoppers. So other than that, that was my only adjustment I saw on this. So I think this piccolo is pretty good. We got to put the trill keys back on. Don, you said huh as in like what? Could you elaborate? Be more constructive with your feedback, please. If anyone knows what that is a reference to, I will give you a crisp high five. Because that was a reference. I'm going to guess Aaron will get it. Leah, there's a reason we're friends. You got it. I found my first and the first 2 seasons. I think there's only 2 seasons. Was there a third? I might have gotten out of watching that, but on DVD, Flight of the Conchords. All right, come on. I got the spring on here. For the trill keys, excuse me. They're just being a little bit of a pickle. Speaking of old shows that I loved, what is a show that you loved that is no longer around that might be kind of like lesser known, obscure show that that you just loved and not a lot of people maybe know about it or watched it? What's your show? What's your secret love that's no longer around? Mine probably would be Flight of the Conchords. It's just such a good show. Or like watch the YouTube videos of them. It's right. Airwolf. I don't know what Airwolf is. Don, is this one of those old people shows? I know Don isn't that old. It's just fun to. We're just joshing. They call me the hip-hopopotamus. My lyrics are bottomless. That's the joke, Molly. And there's just beat for a while. That's pretty funny. That's good. Call me the hip-hopopotamus. Flows like go like phosphorus. Dropping off the top of this esophagus, rocking this metropolis. I'm not a large water-dwelling mammal. I'm a I don't know. Did Steve tell you that, perchance? Steve. All right. I'm all over the place today. There's that one. All right, so that pickle is done. We're going to move on because I have a flute here that apparently I need to do right away. So, okay, due tomorrow, came in yesterday. I haven't taken a look at it, so we're going to take a look at it together as a team, as a family, and see if we can't figure out what's wrong with it. Can we fix it in one day? And I'm going to do my best, because here at Heid Music, that's all I do is my best, especially during Customer Appreciation Month, because they deserve it. And when they come in and pay for the repair, they're probably going to get a prize. Something like this. Something like this cool koozie. Check out all the prizes at heidmusic.com. The link is up there. All right, let's take a look at this flute. Oh boy. So, cool. It's a Haynes Bravo. Let's take a look. Can you fix it in one day? What's wrong with the world today? What's wrong with the world today? So we're going to get out our other leak light that I like to use for flutes and see if we can find a major problem. Pads are pretty dirty. Well, folks, there's one pretty big problem. When I close this key, it closes. When I go to close them both, wowzer. I see you're trying to play the flute. Well, I'd hate for a leak to come by. Because it's Dr. Dr. Badleak has struck again. But that is a pretty easy fix. We can get through that. No problem. Dr. Badleak, get out of here. Graham Stoppers will take care of you. But let's go ahead and move up the flute and see if there's anything else majorly wrong. That is it. That's the major issue. So the good news for customer is, yes, I can get that fixed for tomorrow. Yay! So let's do that. We're going to take care of that and other stuff. Grime Stoppers. You know, I've been working really hard to try to figure out this program that lets chat interact and like trigger these songs, but I can't get the dang thing to work. Because I think it would be a lot more fun if y'all triggered these songs and not me. One less thing for me to worry about. Well, as we move over to this, do you think now's a good time for everyone's favorite segment? Molly's got a really big project she's going to do. She's excited. All right, everyone. All right, everyone. All right, everyone. It's time for your favorite segment. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba, the Molly Minute. Bring!
Hello, hello, hello. Today I have a Yamaha Allegro French horn. That's what this thing is. And I'm going to be taking it completely apart because it needs to be flush and clean. And you'll see on some of the back slides that really needs a flush and clean. So first, we're going to take this. I like taking out the slides before I take out the rotors. It's just my preference. I don't know. But I'm going to wipe them down, especially since they're nickel slides, just to get any gunk that I can get off before we clean them. Because sometimes nickel slides can hold on to like this black film or whatever, and they can be difficult to clean. So I'm just gonna wipe them down and get everything that I can off so it's easier for me when I flush it. So yeah, we're gonna do that. These slides don't look so bad. The tuning slides are more of the, you can see that it needs a flush. These ones are not that bad. And this is a double horn. It's got the trigger on it, so it's got a lot more slides than just a single horn does. So yeah, it's a nice horn. Yamahas usually have some very nice French horns. The Allegro's nice. I don't know about, I know they do have nice horns. I think they have triple horns too, which a triple horn adds another set of slides, but also adds basically putting a descant horn. With a descant horn helps you be able to go higher and register easier. So that's very much fun. Sam, okay, so I talked to Brian about this yesterday, and I didn't know this was a thing. So reverse stringing a horn is something that I learned about yesterday, and Brian actually showed me how to do it. And I'm considering trying to do it on this horn after I flush it. So I'll let you know how that goes, because I'm not sure how well it's gonna go. See, yeah, you can see on the slide just how dirty that is. Needs a little flush, needs a little bath. It's all right. But yes, Sam, I've heard. Yeah. Brian was good at teaching me. He taught me how to do that. So I'm gonna try it. We'll see how it goes. So we got the slides out of there. So next we're going to get. Oh, can I have your Phillips head screwdriver? Thank you. Yeah, French horns are funny. They always have different screws in them, so you kind of have to have every single screwdriver. So first we're gonna take the top caps off because we're gonna need to knock those rotors out, and to do that we're gonna take these off. So I'm gonna line them up here, 1, 2, 3, and 4, so that I don't get anything mixed up, because we want to make sure that everything gets put back the way we take it apart. Even though they're all kind of the same parts, we don't want to leave anything up to chance, because they've kind of been set for each rotor and each place that it's in. So yeah. We're gonna line these up. Then I'm gonna wipe these down quick, because when we knock them out here, there's probably gonna be a lot of rotor oil and whatnot. So just gonna clean those up quickly. And I like putting just this under here so that it catches the rotors. And we gotta take the old string off. Here, quickly, not quickly, maybe, we'll see. And we'll replace the string, put a new string on it. And like I said, I'm gonna try reverse stringing, which Brian showed me how to do that, and he said that he thinks that if he can get good at it, that'll save more time with stringing a French horn. So yeah, and I'm always, like, as an apprentice, like, I love going to the warehouse. I love going to other locations to see how people do things, so that I can kind of learn different ways and find what way I like best, and maybe like combine two different ways to do it, and kind of find my own way and my favorite way of doing things. Even if I like have a good way of doing something, I always like seeing what other people do, just because it's so cool how many different ways you can do something in the repair world. And it's so cool to see how many people do things differently. We were talking about at our Heid huddle a couple weeks ago how everybody does a tenon cork differently, and it was kind of cool to see that and see, oh, I do it like this way, same way as this person, or we kind of do it the same way but a little bit different this person, or oh, we do it a totally different way. So it's just really cool to see that, and really cool to see how people do things, especially that I don't know everything about this, and I'm like still learning how to do certain instruments. It's really cool just being able to ask questions and learn things from so many different techs here. So yeah. Next we're going to take these things off, what are they called? These things.
The stop arm?
The stop arm. It's called the stop arm. Well, we're going to take the screw off, and then we're going to knock the rotors off, which will take the stop arm off. I said, what did I say? Oh, gently take them out. Yes, I'm always trying to learn new things. I always ask many questions, especially with doing flutes right now. I always, whenever I see the text, I'm always like, yeah, this is what I'm struggling on, like any advice? And it's really cool just to be like, oh yeah, I do this and this. Or somebody's like, well, I do this and this and this, and you can do this. So it's cool to see that. So I have this little brass thing. It's Adam's. I borrow Adam's tools. He doesn't believe me. So I'm just going to put this here and gently tap it out. Maybe. If I could stop arm out. And the rotor out. Oh, yep. So yeah. Couldn't really tell from the top how dirty it is. But now you can see. There's a little black there. Definitely needs some flushing. It is marked. Cool. So yeah, I'm going to take the rest of them out there. Yeah, it's basically the same thing all around. Just gently, as gently as I can. I did this in front of a French horn player, and every time I would gently tap one of these things out, he would flinch a little bit, because it was his French horn, and I had to keep telling him like, oh no, it's fine, I do this. This is what happens. Yeah, that's some rotor. It'll be nice and clean afterwards. Hey, you could see Matt. There's Matt. Matt says hi. You can see Matt out of the little corner. He's got part of his bench there. It's always fun cleaning these, and how satisfying it is to see the rotors go from black to brass. And that's one of the fun things about doing this, is just having a horn that's like really dirty, really nasty, cleaning it all up, getting it nice and almost like new. That's fun part. Alright, and then, oh yeah, we gotta get the fourth valve, rotor. That's not a valve, rotor. Valves are different than rotors. Gotta get the fourth rotor out of here. Yep. Same thing, we're just gonna tap it out. And the fourth rotor stop arm is really cool, because sometimes French horn players will put the screw on the other side and tie it differently, so that instead of sitting in the key of F, it'll sit in the key of B flat. And so that way they don't have to always push down the trigger like a lot. Instead, they just leave it, and when they have to go back into F, if they have to go back into F less, then they'll use the trigger. So that's really cool, and I know some French horn players that have done that before, and they're like, oh yeah, it's so helpful. Thanks, Adam. That's fine.
Did you just drop it in the garbage?
No, it went in the back. I would be more concerned if it dropped in here. Yeah, so this is the fourth rotor. It's a little different than the other rotors, because it's different. Yeah. So now what I do, I don't drop it. I take the paddles off. I like taking the paddles off. Some people don't. I know Don doesn't take off the paddles, but I like taking off the paddles because then I don't have to worry about them when I'm fleshing it. So yeah, gonna unscrew this. One of the fun things to do is put the paddles back on and like hopefully the spring doesn't attack you, and taking it off hoping the spring doesn't attack you. Cause I've been nicked multiple times by these springs. Sometimes they're sharp, sometimes they're a little sharp, and so that's not fun. So we try not to do that. Try also not to get it stuck. It's a little stuck. There we go. And last thing, almost forgot to do this. I take these off. What are they called?
Backplate.
Backplate. It's the thing that stops the, oh, I know this. Stop arm.
I'm gonna start quizzing you. Quiz everything.
I know. I have very much difficult time remembering names for things, and I'll just come up with names. And sometimes Adam will know what I'm talking about, but sometimes he won't. And I'll have to explain it, but I'm really bad at explaining things. So then it gets really confusing. So yeah. A small t-shirt line? What?
Apparently we have this quote, I say it's the same but different. You say it's different because it's different.
Yeah.
It'll sound like a t-shirt.
Oh, yeah. I told you, my mom has a person for t-shirts.
I'm pretty sure we t-shirts too.
Oh, yeah.
The whole marketing department.
Yeah. Heid music and their fancy
Like
stuff.
they got anything going on.
Yeah, marketing's got nothing going on. The dangers of the French horn. So yeah, you can take off more like the thumb, but I don't want to because that's even more difficult getting back on. I did have to do that once because Seth, I was over at the warehouse and Seth had fleshed a French horn and he took off, or no, he was starting it and he took off the thumb, and then I was like, oh, okay. And he's like, you're gonna flush this and put the thumb back on. I think it took me like 30 minutes and I had like multiple scratches and pokes in my hands. So that was fun. Thanks, Seth. Thanks for that. I take part of the thumb off. You can unscrew part of it here, which is nice, but otherwise it's just gonna hang out here. Oh yeah. I am gonna take off the water key. Some French horns have water keys, some do not. Some have more than one. Some French horns will have them on one of the tuning slides as well as on the lead pipe. When they do have them, it's just easier because French horns can accumulate a lot of water in them, or they say it's condensation. So what sometimes they'll do is put a couple water keys on there, so when French horn players are playing, it's easier to get the water out quickly instead of having to take off multiple slides to find the water. So this way you can just quickly get it out and be able to play and not have to worry about it that much. So yeah, that's how I take apart a French horn completely. It's very much fun. It's a lot of stuff going into it. But yeah, then I'll flush it, put it back together, and it'll be good as new. It'll look all pretty and nice. So yeah, That's fun.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba, the Molly Minute. Bring! Dings in the chat for Molly, everyone. Dings in the chat. So what I was saying with the t-shirt thing is, I have a saying that's apparently it's the same but different. And apparently I missed it, but you said it's different because it's different.
Yeah, something about the fourth. I didn't know.
It's different because it's different. So,
It's different.
yeah. So like I said, we got a t-shirt line coming up. Yeah. Anyways. Dings in chat for Molly. She's doing great. I say it every week. That's a table slap. Ah, you're doing good. Ah. Dings in the chat. I actually don't know what this reverse stringing is for this. You have to show me what it is.
It's weird.
It's
Brian
weird?
showed it to me, and I was like,
Do you just
Literally.
string it in reverse?
yeah.
Oh,
literally.
okay.
You
Cool.
string it in reverse, and it's really weird.
Yeah. Cool. I can't wait to see how it goes.
Sure, it's gonna be great.
I'm sure it'll be great. Yeah. All right. Well, let's continue on this repair journey together, family. Got that other flute done, so we're heading on to, you know what, we're on instrument number 3 already. Wow. We're going to get like 100 horns done today. It's going to be wild. This one is a, look at that. Less waste, more fasterness. Got it. You're starting to talk like me, Marty. What if I started calling you Martin now that you changed your name to Marty? Would that be funny and annoying? All right, this one. Let's take a look, see. Let's take a peek, see at what's wrong with this one, eh? This is a rental, and they have it in because there's an issue. And I don't know if you know this, but if you rent from Heid Music, if you have an issue, you bring it in and we'll take care of it. Okay, minor leak there. Let's see. Oh. This little buddy right here, that's supposed to pop back up. It's just staying down. Look at that. It's kind of coming up. Got a spring off. A spring off? It's like a spring competition. Boom. Fixed. Oh, there's 2. Double fixed. Wow. Other than that, that one's done. That fix is done. Let's see if we can fix this. We have this little regulation here. We just negotiate that key down. A little too much. Look at that. We're all set. The Grime Stoppers, we win. Boom. And other stuff. Fixed. Record time. Yeah, the other stuff that we talk about really covers a pretty wide gamut of repairs because we get rid of grime, that's one of it, and then all the other stuff is literally everything else. Hey, you know what? That song is the most accurate example of what we do in repair. We get rid of grime and other stuff. Huh? Yeah, literally. Literally. I'm gonna put this over here. Ow! Just kidding. All right, shall we move on to the next flute? We just keep going? We got 2 flutes and a piccolo done today. Wowzer Bowser. All this other stuff that we're doing. All right, here's another instrument that is a rental. Actually, no. This is yeah, it is. I got an issue. They bring it in, and I say, hey, friend, you're part of the Heid Music family. You're renting with us. Let me take care of you. Let me take your flute and cradle it in my arms like a little baby, like a little flute baby. This is me. Hi, little friend. You're not working. Can I fix you? What is wrong with me today? What did I just do? I cradled the flute like a baby, Molly.
I was wondering the same thing.
Oh, man. Sometimes I think, like, is this good content? Like, or is this just a bunch of fuel for, hey, Adam, listen, you've been acting kind of weird. We want to get you submitted, inpatient, figure it out. All right, so let's take a look at this flute. What's wrong with this one? This little friend is not happy. Well, that's fine. Lower dread's good. Oh. I see. See that little leak right there? See if we can I want to see if we can really get in on it. I want this camera to focus. Focus, camera. No. Oh, yeah, you can see it right here. See? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What do we got there? What do we got there? We've got a leak. Uh-oh. Whoa! Folks, we've got a second leak. Look at it right here. That's a second leak. Folks, we've got a third leak. We've got a lot of leaks here, folks, and what do we say to leaks? What do we say to leaks? We've got like 6 of them on this flute. I think 3 actually. 4 leaks. What do we say to leaks? Leaks? Bad leak, go away. And we will. Here's another little issue though, friends. You see the key on the back here. It's hard to see, but we've got a massive leak in the back, and that's because we've got a bent key. You know who hit us? Bent Betty. Oh, Bent Betty, bam balam. Oh, Bent Betty, bam balam. Bent a key real bad, bam balam. It's making me sad, bam balam. Oh, Bent Betty, bam balam. All right, so that one, that'll be fun. That's actually pretty bent. But we'll work our way to that key as we take care of these other leaks. Bent Betty came in, bent a key. Not good, not good. But don't worry, the grime stoppers are here. Grime stoppers are here. Have no fear, grime stoppers are here. Dr. Bad Leak can't defeat us. All right, so I think these leaks here, the upper and the lower, are just a regulation issue. Because when I gently, no, this one we got a little bit of a, got to straighten that key, it's a little bent. Bent Betty. I think this Bent Betty came for this horn pretty hard. There we go. And it's a regulation issue. Whenever I sing that Bent Betty song, it gets stuck in my head for a very long time. Just a good song. Sorry, I have to sneeze. Oh, excuse me. Oh, yeah. That one got some kickback. Oh. It's always a good combo when you have like slight allergies and make you sneeze and you kind of got a headache, and it kind of, it's a good combo. Combo breaker. All right, there we go. Took care of that one. this pad up here. Oh, how about we make sure that the key itself is secure? Sometimes these flutes, I tell you. Geez, that helps a lot, eh? It did. Molly, what did, oh, here it is, okay.
What?
You're lucky. I thought you stole my screwdriver. I don't steal things, I borrow things and never give them back. All the time. I don't keep track, Molly, because that would be just like bad mentoring. I forgive and forget. What is it? What is that saying? We something and we don't judge. We listen and we don't judge. Borrowed asterisk, yeah. His name's Martin. Can you please?
Martin, don't side with Adam. Which one?
All right. Moving on through, cruising on through. So I just did the adjustment up here. So remember on this key here, when we push it down, it interacts with the key right above. And underneath, it's just, sometimes it's on top, but in this one it's underneath. There's an adjustment screw that when you tighten it, it brings the upper key down more. And if we were to loosen it, it would bring it up. So getting that even, so that when you close it, it's always hard to see on flutes. They close together and there's no leaks. See that? That's good. And we got this regulation down here. So we're going to move down to the bottom stack, the right hand, these lower three, and all three are under-regulated, meaning the key that you press hits first, and the key that it's engaging with doesn't close at all. So we're going to go ahead and take care of that with just a little bit of fine repair tech magic. And a screwdriver. I'm going to give all three just a slight little turn, equal amounts on each. Slightly over there. That's good, that's good. I want to refer back. Cameron had mentioned he had the good observation about how the slight adjustment on the piccolo, how tiny those adjustments are. Same thing with flute. When you make the adjustment on the screw, I mean, we're turning it by, I mean, sometimes, I don't even know, just a hair, like a 32nd of a turn maybe. And those can sometimes make huge adjustments. So on this first one, I'd gone maybe a 16th tighter to bring that key down. And that was just slightly too much. Now I bring it back. I don't even know, like, the width of the tip of the screwdriver, like you can't even see, but that's like how thin that is, maybe even less. But that's the sort of adjustments we're looking for when we do flute. And now, oh yeah, crumbs, see? That's good. That happens a lot. Flutes just get out of adjustment. Sometimes the screw moves a little bit. You know, sometimes the kids mess with it. Sometimes the band director messes with it. Lots of stuff happens. But hey, it's okay. That's why, that's why I'm here, to cradle this flute, to go, it's okay. I can fix you. Now this key is quite bent in a weird angle. So I wonder what the best way to do this is. I think I want to bring that up and then adjust the angles here. So what song will I, oh yes, the lullaby of the flute, the flute's lament is what I call it. It's a popular song, Cameron. It's a song of my people, and by my people I mean the repair techs. the Flute's Lament. Yeah, that's what it is. Oh boy. Let's see, I'm gonna try to, sometimes when you adjust, yeah, so we're gonna have to do some creative negotiating here. So I want this key to move up. Looks like it was bent in a very creative way, this flute. There we go. A little bit more, I think. Little bit more. Just a wee bit more. I don't know what that was. Okay. That looks like where it needs to be. That's good. That's very good. And this arm is severely out of whack. There we go. I'm going to double test that. So what had happened here, I'm sure I did all of that off of camera. I'm so sorry. When I do those things, I get close so I can see it. So I think what happened here is the arm got caught on something and really bent it up. And in that, the key cup itself too got bent quite a bit out of whack. So I wanted to first get that key cup and pad back to adjusted to where it needs to be, which it's sitting really nicely. I'm gonna let it sit. I'll eventually change the pad, but because I moved that metal quite a bit to get it back into place, I always wanna let it sit a little bit to see if it moves back, because metal has memory. It remembers everything you did. Anyways, so when I move things a lot, like I did there to get it back to where it needs to be, I'll let it sit because I might need to make another adjustment, and then I'll change the pad. But once I got the pad cup back to where it needed to be, moving it up and over, that made the opening when you push the key down way too high. So I supported the key in the back and flexed down the arm to where it needs to be. And now it's sitting. Sometimes when you do that, if you don't do it right, you will change the angle of the cup, so the pad will leak. But I supported it in the back and I flexed it down slowly, and it didn't change the angle of the cup, which is great. So now, I mean, right now it looks awesome. We're gonna wait, and we will change the pad because it's not perfectly seating as it was. And when you do that much movement, you definitely wanna get a new pad in there. So we will do that. But for now, we're gonna say that another one done, everyone. We fixed another one. We'll just have to come back to this one because we wanna make sure that our repair's stuck. Check the tenons. That's good. Nice. Nice. And then as we put this flute away, right, it's okay, little flute, you were sick, now you're better. Go to sleep in your case. Things won't be so dark in the world. Whoa, that took a turn. It rhymed so well, too. Oh, man. Listen, don't judge me. All right, another one, and another rental. We're just cruising through these, folks. How nice, how lovely. Oh, look at that. It's like a turducken, it's a case within a case. And inside that case is another case. There's a case to hold the case that holds the case. And inside that case, guess what? There's a flute. Wow, that was a lot of cases, though. The Russian nesting flute. All right, so hold on. Let me just move the case for my case. And then let me move the case for my case's case. Just in case there's an issue. Wowzer, Bowser. All right. Flute number 4, 5, 500. Another rental. Another instrument that someone is renting from us. And there's an issue. So we bring it in. And we just cradle it back to health. Nurse it. Feed it shims where it needs shims. Warm it up with a light. Put a lot of adjustment towards the bottom. But nothing we can't handle. Boom. That's done. Tenon is a little rough, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to put wax on there and clean it. Shout out Chris for that. All right, let's take a look as we work through this instrument. Okay. Let's see. Not seeing much in the way of leaks, which is good. But we're gonna keep looking. Besides that one leak on the bottom that we already took care of. Could be the tenon issue. Again, that was pretty rough. The tenon. Oh, I could see if there's any notes. Which one is this? No specific concerns, just wanted it looked over and cleaned. Cool. We can definitely do that. And I'm not seeing any specific concerns either. Aside from that one we already did and the dirty tenon, which cleaning will fix that. Let's take a look at the upper tenon. The head joint tenon, as it were. That feels pretty good though. And we'll clean that off. So let's clean the bottom tenon. We'll go from there. So you need our wax. If I could be any instrument, what instrument would I be? Wow. I would be like a contrabass clarinet or flute, because everyone would leave me alone except for one time a year, solo in the ensemble, and I'd come out and everyone would be like, ooh, that's so cool. And then I'd show off, and then and everyone would leave me alone for a while. So that's what I would be. That's the life I want to live. I want to be left alone until I feel the need for people to notice me, and then when I'm done, I can just go back, hide in the woods until next year. What instrument would you be, Seth? Or chat in general. What instrument would you be? It's a great question, Seth. Thank you. How would I do this on screen, Adam? Huh? Yeah. So again, the tenon is kind of dirty on the bottom, so we're taking wax, rubbing it on the tenon, just putting some on, and then we'll work it in on the bottom joint, and it'll clean the tenon nicely nice. And then we'll take some denatured alcohol on a rag, and why did I close that? I need that. That'll be good. I'll work that in. Cat piano. That's funny. It's like those kind of old-timey sounds to it, right? Am I thinking of the right thing? All right, so we rub that in. I'm just going to clean it off. Yep, look at all that gunk that came off. Ooh. Justin would be an instrument of chaos. That's a really good answer. Aren't you already, though? There we go. That's a better fit. Let's give this a wipe down, eh? Okay. Flute's done already too. Wow, got another one done. I'm gonna have Molly play test all these. My head hurts a little bit, and I think play testing might make it worse. But Molly's a really good flute player. I don't know if you know this. Molly, do you want to play test these on screen, on stream? Hey everyone, do we want to hear Molly play flute? Do we want to hear Molly play flute? Should we have Molly come and play flute, everyone? What do you say? Shred it? I have a shred it? Yes? Do you want an open hole or a closed hole? Okay. Wow, the way she looked at me like, I can play both. Wow. Already a flute player. All right. Come here, Molly. Here, come take the mic. I'm stopping the camera. There we go. There we go.
Thank
The
you.
floor is yours.
Fun fact. I'm 20 years old, and I've been playing flute for 10 years, which means I've been playing flute for half of my life. It's a long time.
Just hold your hand up like this. Okay, you're good.
This is a nice flute. Ooh. Hey, it's a Yamaha Allegro. It's the same as the French horn I'm working on.
Wow, you're a family.
I know, right? I considered getting a Yamaha flute, but then Michael was like, no, don't do
Can
it.
you introduce this like you were at Solo Ensemble? Like, hi, my name's Molly. I'll be playing. And one interesting fact about the piece you're playing.
I don't know anything about.
Come on, Molly. Look at you got a crowd. Let's go.
Hi, my name's Molly. I'm playing flute. Yamaha Allegro flute.
There's an interesting fact about that flute.
It's pretty.
Okay, play.
Yep. I forgot. Last
Forgot the
part.
rest of it. Dings in the chat. Yay. All right, you gotta hold it here again. There we go. Nice. Dings in the chat. Go to the mic.
No.
That was from memory, by the way. Memory.
I memorized that in
She memorized that in 8th grade, so 2 years ago.
7 years ago.
Wow, that took you a really long time. Ding, ding, ding. She's a great player. Hey, what is that group you're playing with?
I play with the Appleton Flute Choir.
Nice. Appleton Flute Choir. Check them out. You can see Molly play live. Okay, you can't see her play live yet, but you get the idea. Anyways. Yeah, no, that wasn't me, Aaron. Sorry, Sarah. I'm not that good. I can play a scale. And that's it. Here, I'll take it. Thank you. Thank you. I should vacuum out this case. All right. Well, gang, I actually think that's going to be, we're going to call it a little bit early today. But we had a good stream. We made it through. This is fun. Flute Day 5.0, because I feel like We've had a ton of flutes. I always have flutes to do for some reason. Chris, you're supposed to be the flute guy. What do I have all these flutes to do? What's going on? Anyways, hey, I hope you have a great Memorial weekend and celebrate as you hope to celebrate. And speedrun flute day, yeah, I know. Well, we had some easy fixes. It was a spring, one bent Betty key. That one was pretty bad, but we got to come back to it. So, yeah. Huh? Yeah, look at this. Yeah, it's a pile of flutes. I can't get over how many cases this flute has.
Oh, that's insane.
So we have the case. So let's put this flute back together, or away, right? Here we go. Flute in its case, and then we have to put the flute in its case.
That's the original.
In its case. So here we go. Let's put the flute case in its case. We'll zip it up here. Which this isn't unusual to have a second case, just to be safe, just in case. I made that joke already. But while I'm at it, why don't I put my flute case's case in its case. Also, there's stuff in both of those cases. Yeah. So there we go. Flute's done quick, yeah. There we go. That is protected. But anyways, gang, thank you so much for hanging out. We're gonna end it just a little bit early today. But I hope you have a great rest of your Thursday. You have a great Memorial weekend. Anything you want to say, Molly? Great. I like flutes is what she said, yeah. And yeah, thanks for coming. We'll see you next week where we work on hopefully not more flutes. Just kidding, I love flutes. Happy thrumming to you, yeah. What did I even say? Thurming? Thursday morning? Thurming? Anyways, and as I always say, keep her going and keep her good.
Let us help you find your